make them dance.
That's nice, huh?
Yeah. And then we noticed we moved
So we had one boy named one girl that split out. We didn't have anybody either. But then
The more she breastfeeds, the better.
she's distinct feature that he's really close.
Exactly. She has and go for breastfeeding.
The more she looks like him, oh, that's not fair.
yours has
Isn't it funny? It's all so funny.
smell bad. Right?
No, it's definitely weird.
My dad was like, is her hair going to grow in?
She's just going to naturally be going to bed at 7.
You're going to start to see that, like what time does she go to bed now?
I don't know what that means, go to bed.
When does your night start? When would you put her to bed and then you would go to bed too?
It depends.
Okay. Okay, and so,
I don't get, yeah.
okay, so that makes sense to me, okay? And it's, at this age, it's different all the time,
Yeah.
okay? But probably by about 2 months, you're gonna start to see that she goes down by like 10 o'clock or so every night.
Like she'll start to fall asleep at 10.
Yes, she'll,
What does that mean though? That,
whenever that is,
yeah.
that's her bedtime. And she shouldn't be sleeping out in the family room with the TV on.
Yeah,
You
I get
guys
what you're
shouldn't be
saying.
holding her. You
We put
should
her
be putting.
upstairs usually around 9,
Okay.
10 o'clock.
Okay.
But like, okay, so for last night, for example, like she fell asleep at 7. No, she fell, say like for example, she fell asleep at 8. Do we wake her up to put her upstairs to go to bed?
Okay, so if she,
Yeah.
anytime in the evening,
In the evening.
whatever time that is.
Okay.
Okay, and it might be,
She's not supposed to be awake for longer than like an hour to 2 hours. It isn't bedtime. Couldn't bedtime be any time? Like bedtime could be 7, it could be 8, it could be around 10. Okay.
yeah, around
So she'll
10.
be awake and then consistently start to fall
We'll
asleep
sleep
around 10.
yes,
And it'll be a longer stretch.
Yes,
And I'll just notice this happening.
yes, you will.
And when I notice this happening, I like make sure she's like in bed, whatever
Right.
that means for us.
Right.
At 10.
Yes,
Okay, and that's the
yeah.
first step.
But knowing that 10 is an arbitrary number.
Right. And
Downstairs, you don't watch TV, it's all very minimal stimulation.
And she does the fussy thing after I nurse her. At that point, would you recommend not nursing her again?
No, I would recommend that you nurse her.
Nurse her again.
Yeah.
If she's fussy.
Yeah, if she's fussy.
It also works for every study clothes.
And
At some point, when you start to get a little bit more rest, having the baby in bed or in the room with you actually keeps you up.
yeah.
Okay, because all the farting and the wiggling, the burping and all that kind of stuff, you're like responding every time. And I find you're not sleeping as well as you used to with the baby in the room. That's when I think it's the time to move the baby to their own room. Because you'll hear the baby crying, but you won't hear all that other little noise, okay? And I think a lot of times moms actually respond to their babies when their babies are asleep and it's dark and they go and they hear their baby and they're sleepy themselves, so they get up and they pick up the baby and they probably feed the baby, but the baby wasn't even awake.
For any reason. To be in her own room.
So there's a whole bunch of different schools of thought on that. I think it's healthier for her to be in her own crib. Yeah, as when they're in a bassinet. So I find that babies are actually waking themselves up unnecessarily. If they were in a bed with a good firm mattress like they're supposed to be and they didn't have stuff around them and they can move around freely, they won't be waking themselves up.
Because she would move her arms around and she would hurt herself.
Yeah.
An emergency contact?
She still likes to be 2 or 3 months? Maybe even 3 or 4 months? What do you think?
I was told between 3 and 4.
Yeah. I think swaddling is most appropriate for a brand newborn. They need to be like this because that's what they're used to. But development, I would, yeah.
We usually use this blanket.
Okay. Call me if you have any questions, okay? Thanks.
You're not gonna like this.
On Monday at 9 if you're available.
Okay. Okay, so I already have a 10 o'clock.
Oh,
Honey. Yeah, you were.
I'm telling
No way. Oh yeah, they're the same.
I think she's like a week older. She was May 14th.
Oh yeah.
It's so cute. Oh my goodness.
Nice. You still alert.
Bye.
Bye. I'm Courtney, by the way.
I'm Marilyn.
Nice to meet you.
Maryland or Maryland? Maryland.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. It's every Friday. I think I'm gonna start.
You don't.
Two weeks tomorrow.
Oh my god.
But I mean, yeah. I know. It took me so long.
And so she's eating.
And now, like, she definitely tries better to like, she's like,
Yeah, tolerable now.
and I'm like, oh my god. I was thinking, I don't know when that's
How are you?
No, Wednesday.
People tell me it's like one of my friends.
Okay, and she's how old?
2 weeks tomorrow.
So she's the baby. She's the youngest.
Oh, your hair is.
This one I know is 2.5 weeks, but it's not mine.
Oh, that's right. That's Henry, I think. Yes. Okay. So he's right in between. All right. You want to wait?
Yes, okay.
Check out.
Car seat already, like, she hates the car seat, so.
I heard you talking about.
Yeah, so.
No, I needed it for my thing.
Okay, so.
Hold it. You're always the
Yeah, but come on, you can do it.
Do I have it? Okay. This morning. Okay.
He's watching her, like.
Oh,
got pregnant. Actually, one of them wasn't even a year old. Like
I
8
know a
months
couple
old.
people that decided they would have one more kid and they already had like 3 or 4.
Oh
and then
no.
they had twins.
That's
Can you
crazy.
imagine?
Her mother was a mirror twin. You couldn't tell her mother and her.
We couldn't tell at this age our mothers apart. Really?
And the only way you could ever tell in
Closest
photos is
identical.
that my granny was always on the left and her sister was always on the right.
Mirror
wow.
twins because one is right and one is left handed. Oh, wow. And it's the last possible moment the egg can divide.
What's this?
Really? Yeah. That's interesting. It's identical, so it's one egg to divide.
Right.
Fraternals, it's 2 eggs.
2 eggs, right.
But, yeah, from the we were 6 or 7, we could tell our mothers apart. Didn't matter which. No.
Thank God.
Hey, where's the hand?
I couldn't handle it.
Hi.
Amazing what you can
Yeah, but she's like the.
Okay.
Like I say, she has no interest
Okay.
whatsoever. So I haven't
Okay.
tried it on this side.
Okay.
But every single time she's kicking, you know, like she's crushing her.
Yeah, crushing her.
Oh. Okay.
That's I always use the football hole with her, and it is like crushing.
And my nipple shield wants to be right in her nose.
Right there, right here underneath her nose.
And that's the perfect.
Yep.
Okay. So we're in the perfect position, and you're
You're just.
Hi.
Hi.
She's not getting freaking out anymore. She's
Okay,
not getting
good.
stressed out anymore. She's just sort of like, you know, and then I can get her to suck 2, 3, 4 times.
Okay.
And then,
And then she doesn't do it anymore.
and then she just sort of flops away.
Okay.
And,
I don't think she
you
wants
know,
you
and then I can get
up
her
her
organized again. And
Yeah.
that's what's going on.
Okay. She associates you with warmth and comfort and sleep, and the bottle with food. So she gets to you and she's like, I'm all set. You're warm. Gotcha.
The only time she ever cries.
Okay.
But cry in
Okay.
her room
Gotcha. So you're-
before I feed her.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
just don't want to wake Bobby.
Yeah.
Hi.
Little baby.
You are just a little social butterfly today.